automatic the ignition timing, or maybe the spark advance and the retard mechanism. So in the last class, we already go for the when the engine speed will be the increases, automatically we go for the ignition advancing. So the engine speed is approximately the 1000 RPM. So just a minute. ఎవరితో పెట్టించుకోవచ్చు కదా గెస్టెడ్ తోటి మీరు ఎక్కడ లోకల్ ఈ కాలేజ్ అమ్మా మనకి కాలేజ్ రన్ అవుతుంటే మీరు రావచ్చు లేదంటే అక్కడ ఉంటా చూడవచ్చు చదవండి మేబీ ది హెడ్ ఆఫ్ ది ఇన్స్టిట్యూషన్ ఆర్ మేబీ ది ఎనీ అటెస్టేషన్ గెస్టెడ్ ఎవరితోనే చేయించుకోవచ్చు ఈ టైంలో రిజిస్ట్రేషన్ ఇక్కడ దాకా రావడం ఎందుకు అట్లేం ఉండదు ఇదెవరిది మెకానిక్ లో బాగా రాయండి అవును డి బ్లాక్ లో ఉంటుంది మీకంతా ఆన్లైన్ కదా డి బ్లాక్ లో ఉంటుంది మన అటెండర్ నోట్స్ అడగండి స్టాంప్ ఉంటుంది కింద కానీ అక్కడ కానీ ఉంటుంది ఒకసారి మన వెంకట్ అడగండి Okay, so sorry for the interruption. So we all of you know when the engine speed will be the increases, automatically we moving for the before the TDC, that is the ignition timing also will be the increases. See here in the table when the engine speed will be the and the RPM the 1000 RPM. So the ignition timing, that is the before the TDC, the 19 degrees, and when the engine speed will be the goes on increases, the ignition timing also will be the increases. Observe the 4500 RPM. So the ignition timing, that is the before the TDC, 33 degrees. Okay. And there are the two different advanced mechanisms with there. One is the centrifugal and one more is the vacuum type. So first we go for the centrifugal advanced mechanism. So the centrifugal advanced mechanism, there are the two figures is there. So the one is in the no advance position and one is at the full advance. See here. So this is the distributor of the base plate. So the outer one is the base plate, and this is the rotation of the moment of the centrifugal advancing of the distributor, and the A and B. So the A and B is the flyweights, and the C is the cross piece, and these are the pegs will be there, and this is the cam. So how will be the ignition timing will be the advance will be the happen here. So when we start the engine, so based on the rotation of the engine speed, okay. So the cam also will be the rotates. So here the distributor will be there, okay. So the distributor also will be the rotates, and when the distributor will be the rotates, so there is the centrifugal action will be the occurs here, and due to the centrifugal action, So in the initial condition, it will be the like, and when the engine will be the starts. So observe the fly weights will be the slightly moving in this direction. Okay. So when it will be the slides, so it can change the position of the cross piece. Okay. So when the cross piece will be the changes its position, and it can changes the cam the position also. And when the cam will be the changes its position, and it can changes the rotor position also. That is the rotor arm in the distributor, and it will be the occurs the ignition advancing. Okay. So see the second figure, then you identify. So see here, so this is the no advance one and the full advance with the A and B. So this is the base plate, and these are the fly weights, and the middle one is the cross piece. So there is the no advancing will be there, that is in the initial one. So it will be the like up. When the engine speed will be the increases, okay, the distributor also will be the rotates, okay, and due to the rotation of the fly weights, so there is a centrifugal, the action will be the occurs here, and due to that centrifugal action, see here, so the continuous line is the initial one, and the dotted one is while the movement of the cross piece in the advancing one. Okay. So this cross piece will be the slightly changes its position. Okay. So when the cross pieces will be the fly weights will be the slide, and it can change the movement with help of the pegs. The cross piece also will be the changes its position, and the cross piece will be the connected with the cam, and the cam will be the changes its the position due to the rotation of the fly weights, and it will be the changes the ignition advancing. Okay. So there's the one more one. So there's the base plate, assume them, there's the base plate, and these are the fly weights. Okay. So these are the fly weights, the blue one. So the blue one is the fly weight, and this is the cross piece, that is they connected with the cam, and the static position, that is the no advancing position, it will be the like, while the engine, the speed will be the increases, the movement of the engine speed, so it can slightly change its position of the fly weights due to the centrifugal the force. Okay, and it can change the cross piece the position. And before that we discussed with the second one, that is the vacuum type advanced mechanism. We go for the video, the advanced mechanism. So try to understand the how the ignition advancing will be the occurs.
Ignition timing is controlled by a governor advancer according to the engine speed and by a vacuum advancer according to the load on the engine. The governor advancer controls the ignition advance angle by rotating the signal rotor slightly relative to the distributor shaft. And the vacuum answer controls the advance angle by changing the position of the pickup core. Let's take a closer look. The governor advancer consists of a cam plate, flyweights, and governor springs. The cam plate rotates together with the distributor shaft. Two flyweights rotate on the cam plate with support pins as their centers. At low engine speeds, the flyweights are kept closed by the force of the springs. As the engine speed increases, the flyweights are gradually thrown outward by centrifugal force. Then the cam plate moves the signal rotor in the direction of rotation until the centrifugal force balances the cam spring force. This operation controls the advance angle. This graph shows the relationship between the degree of the advanced angle and the engine speed. Next, let's take a look at a vacuum advancer. Here, diaphragm is connected to the pickup coil with an advancer rod. This diaphragm responds to the vacuum.
Okay, so in the advanced mechanism, okay, so the half of the video covered the centrifugal one, and the next one is the vacuum type one.
A vacuum advancer. Here, diaphragm is connected to the pickup coil with an advancer rod. This diaphragm responds to the vacuum in the intake manifold. When the load on the engine is light, the throttle valve opening is also small, so a vacuum is generated at the diaphragm, pulling the advancer rod, moving the signal rotor to the left, and advancing ignition timing. When the engine load is heavy, the accelerator pedal is depressed, the throttle valve opens wide, and the vacuum in the intake manifold decreases. Then the spring pulls the diaphragm to the right. As a result, depending on the engine load, the pickup coil moves in the same direction as the signal rotor rotation, retarding ignition timing. In automobiles, various types of vacuum advancers are used according to engine specifications. This graph shows the relationship between the intake manifold vacuum and the advance angle.
Okay, so those the advanced mechanism, the centrifugal and the vacuum one. So try to understand the principle behind the centrifugal and the vacuum one. So we go for the next vacuum one. So see here the centrifugal, the advanced mechanism. So the center of the process will be happening in the distributor. Okay, and the CD, the outer one, that is the black-ended one, the gray color, that is the base plate. Okay, so this is the base plate, and these are the flyweights, the blue colored one, that is the flyweights, and this is the cross piece. The cross piece with the return spring and the cam, and these are called as the pegs, PEG, the pegs. So when the distributor shaft will be rotates along with the engine speed. Okay, so when the engine will be starts, automatically the cam will be rotates, and the distributor shaft also will be the rotates. When the distributor shaft rotates, and in the distributor, so there is the fly weights will be there. So these are the fly weights. So based on the engine speed, when the engine speed will be the increases, the fly weights also they displaced. They slightly displaced, and it can change its position. Okay, when it will change its position, automatically it can changes the cross peak position also, and due to the centrifugal action. And when the cross piece will be the changes its position, the cam will be the moving in the advance. Okay, that cam will be the connected to the rotor arm. Also, the distributor arm also will be the moving in the advance. So that is the advanced mechanism in the centrifugal type. The last one in the ignition system, the vacuum control the system, or maybe the vacuum, the advanced mechanism system. Then the Monday class we go for the electrical system. So see here in the vacuum control system, there is the intake manifold, the like as the inlet manifold. The air will be the ventole, and this is the choke, and this one is the vacuum tube, and there is the main device, that is the vacuum chamber with the diaphragm, that is the black ended one. The diaphragm is the flexible one, and there is the operating, the rod will be there. So it is connected the one end from the diaphragm, the another end to the timing lever of the rivet, and there is the return spring will be there. It will be the fixed at the other end, and the timing lever. The timing lever is connected to the operating rod and the distributor. So this is the distributor, and this is the breaker plate, and this is the cam, the contact points. Okay, so how the ignition advancing will be happen in the vacuum control system. So initially when the engine will be the starts, okay, and so what will be the happen through the chamber, okay. So the air will be the moving in the intake, the manifold. So when the air will be the moving, so initially there is a vacuum will be there. So due to the vacuum, the air will be the moving through the vacuum tube in the vacuum chamber. Okay. So at the time what will be the happen? So observe the direction of the arrow mark, the flow of the vacuum air in the intake manifold. So when it will be flows through the intake manifold from the vacuum chamber, the diaphragm will be the moving toward the left. The diaphragm will be the pulling, that is toward the left. When the diaphragm will be the moving toward the left, okay. So the diaphragm, it is connected to the operating rod, okay. So the operating rod, it can also move toward the left, and it changes by this link mechanism. It can rotate the timing lever. It can displace the timing lever, and while the timing lever will be changing its position, the timing lever and the cam, they are the fixed one. So there is automatically the cam position also will be the changes. When the cam position will be the changes, there is the advance will be the occurs. Okay. So that is the very simple one, the understanding point of view. When we start the engine, we all of you know the initially there is a vacuum will be there. Okay. So from the vacuum tube, the vacuum will be sent to the intake manifold. At the time in the vacuum chamber there is a diaphragm will be there. The diaphragm will be the moving toward the left. When the diaphragm will be the moving toward the left, it can pull the operating rod. And when it will be pull the operating rod is connected to the timing lever. The timing lever, it can connected to the breaker plate, okay, and it can changes its position. Suppose the timing lever will be the moving towards in the anti-clockwise the direction. So the cam will be the moving in the clockwise rotation. So in the opposite manner. As for the movement of the operating rod, the timing lever will be the moving in the anti-clockwise direction. At the time, due to the mechanism of the cam, it can move in the clockwise rotation. While it will be change the position in the clockwise rotation. Okay, so that is the advancing in the vacuum control system. So that is the working of the vacuum control system.